All right, we got some dirty fence. We're getting cleaned up. See over there as well. Got our hose pulled, just some random trash over here. Got our water going. Got our chem hose, so we're gonna go ahead and get that set up. We're not gonna start a pressure washer yet. We'll go ahead and get it all soaped up. And we're gonna grab the ladder, bring it back. So we'll bring the ladder back, bring the chem hose back. Also, what we've done is we've pulled enough hose, so we left the gun there and then pulled out enough hose so that we're already over halfway there. So it'll be fun. We don't need to pull all 200 feet straight out and then pull it. We've got our garden hose going. We didn't end up needing all that, so we've got 100 feet just going straight through. So we've got tons and tons of black garden hose on here. And then we've got massive amount of pressure hose. We'll probably only need 200 feet of hose. We'll figure that out. We might do 250, 300. So we'll figure that either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up here, grab the ladder. We've unfortunately got this stuff in the way. But all right, so we got both of our guns. Decided that I would go ahead and take both of them right now. So again, by dragging out half the length, I'm also only pulling half of it back here. So all about saving seats again, steps or whatever. So again, we've got all this. We're gonna go ahead and pull this all the way around to the far side of it. This is pretty dirty siding over here. It's really dirty siding over here. All right, so we're gonna set this down. We're gonna set the pressure hose down. That one will end up taking last. And we could have pulled our pressure hose all the way over to this side if we wanted. So you see I just went all the way around the outside. Make sure that these stop parts get hit. I'll show you here. So we may bump this up. We're at 1.5% on this, but we'll see. It's all about being consistent around here. Again, if you hit each panel in the same process, or pretty close to the same process, then it's very easy. Again, by doing the outside and then the inside, we make sure that we get both that inside, left that post, and that's right. All right, so now we're spraying the inside. Bump the soap up just a little bit. Again, going around, and that's plenty. So now I got the apple washes kind of cranked up a bit here. There we go. You can obviously see too where the mix has been overspray where we've got it from the other side. If you're going over it more times than what we're showing, we're wasting chemicals. Alright, so this is what fence looks like after being soaked. We've probably given it about 10 minutes. Now you can still see this kind of looking dingy. But we don't have any hard green areas. One mistake I made, I did not grab the wand originally. When you're doing a fence, definitely want to grab the wand. And hold on 1 second. We'll pull more hose over here. Remember earlier in the video, I didn't pull it all the way over there. So now I'm redoing my steps here. I should have pulled it all the way to that corner. But no, we got plenty. So now let's rinse it. Again, same thing, we're gonna make sure we get the edges. Now, it doesn't matter so much as far as these panels if you go top down or bottom up for your initial clean, but you are going to do a final rinse, and you want to do that along the top. Alright, so we're going to check this out now. See how these walls look. We got a little bit of dirt on that third panel, on this fourth panel, and you can actually see right below. See right there, there's some dirt underneath there. So we got to make sure that we're getting the top of this wand. But we're getting it like that. Alright, so that's great. I got one little post over there that I'm going to get just a little bit more solution on, so we're going to pull that around here and then take care of everything else. Alright, so I've switched. I was using a 2540, now we're using a 2560. It's an 8 gallon a minute pressure washer pump, or machine. We're just using this to rinse now. We're sanding it further back. It's just about getting water to rinse it all down. We're not trying to disturb more stuff. so that's done. Now we're gonna hop inside. The other thing, we're doing the outside of this first before the inside, because when we spray the inside, there is possibility that the outside will get dirty again. We may have to rinse a little bit. It's a lot easier to do that than having to keep going back inside and touching that up. We want that inside, obviously, where the customer sees the most of the time, to be the best looking. We're gonna just check the inside of this first. We get a little bit more green on this top lip. We're gonna hit that real quick before we start doing all the rinsing. And some more there. That'll all come off because it's been hit with the solution. But we want it to really just be a matter of rinsing off the already treated areas. Just another thing too, this is why we use gray hose, so that it doesn't leave a big mark on top of the fence. If you've got black hose, you run into that possibility. Alright, so we're finished. We've done the rinsing, the sodding, or the fence looks better. We ended up cleaning this patio for free. It's just a small little patio. We'd already gotten some overspray over here on the siding, so we were going to spray that area. And it was dirty, and what's 50 square feet of patio. Also hit those chairs. I think we had to go ahead and spray the window because of the overspray when we were hitting the fence. We sprayed a little bit on both sides for the neighbors. Neighbor's fence is really, really dirty, and hopefully we'll get that, but that's the one with all the trash by it. But anyways, just doing this kind of extra stuff, making sure it looks good, doing one final check. The black spots that you're seeing on there too, those are artillery spores from the mulch below it, so it's not something that's going to come off. You can see there's even more over there where there's more mulch. Going to climb the fence and shut. So, finished. We've got our hoses. They're still pulled out here. You do want to go ahead and relieve the pressure. We're going to take that off. We're all done here. We've got our two ends of the hose. We're going to go ahead and pull these all the way out. It's a lot simpler than trying to untangle it while it's all in one confined area. The other big thing is that with our pressure washer one, we've got a super swivel on it. So I'll switch my hand grip in just a second. So by holding up here, that swivel will untwist our hose as we go. This is something you have to figure out when we're setting up for the job. You can also just decide to do it with just one of your pressure washers or one of your hoses. And we're almost done. So now we're going to take these ends, bring them all the way over to the truck so that we're not scraping up the guns, messing up the ball valves, or digging up whatever else. So we probably could have put a little bit more of the blue hose, but it'll be fine. I noticed the water is still right there. It's still going. It's still filling this up. That's the last thing that we'll do. And you guys know how we do real hose. We'll start winding up, but I need both hands to do that. We'll reel up the blue hose, reel up the pressure hose, and then we'll go over, disconnect, turn the water off, knock on the door, get the check, and then last thing but not least, we'll go ahead and reel up the rest of the black hose, which we got a boatload of it on this rig. The hoses are reeled up. I just went over, talked to the customer, got the check. If you got a helper, certainly when they get up there, they can, when you get up there, you can disconnect the hose and they can take care of the last bit, getting the ladder and stuff up on there. It was just me. I know I have my one gun there. I have my green gun there. That shop light, by the way, is on here because it's winter time. I'm going to do the same thing with the garden hose. I don't really need to... oh, this one's missing a O-ring. Hold on one second. Which is always great, guys. Anytime you're seeing leaks, you need to get those replaced, put a gasket in it. So we'll reel this up while I'm up there, then I'll just grab the ladder, put it up there, strap it in, and we're good to go. So that's how we do our washing process. And we jam that hose up there. That's in good. Let's reel that up. The better it looks, like that blue hose looks awesome. We've got so much gray hose on there that's it's kind of looking a little less than stellar. But and then the hoses or the guns, we want to drape them over the side. This way, if they're hanging out front, they can get, if they're hanging like this, they can get hit by the door as it's coming down. If we put it over here, it's out of the way. We can still access everything. It's good to go. Same thing. This one actually should be over here as well. It also prevents you from, if it's dangling, it's possible somebody could try and grab it from beneath there, which would not be cool. So I'm going to take care of this top one, and then we'll latch it when we're done. With it being inside the truck, it is not as crucial that it's locked in, and it's sometimes kind of annoying that it's locked in when we're trying to go ahead and pull hose as soon as we get to a job. So, but other ones, especially if they're exposed reels, they definitely need to be locked every single time. Go back into the customer factor. We got calendars. Here's today's date. All right, so we got the customer. We hit the hourglass, job completed. And it'll usually send, there's usually a prompt to send them a text message. Hey, thanks again, we're done. We also got the check, put the invoice, make the payment and everything, and record that. If you do not do the invoice payment unless it's cash, and then we make sure that that's listed, but I'll take care of all invoicing and applying payments. But we can go ahead and email them. Well, I'll go ahead and hit pay. They did a check number, and I'll put that in there. So, quick job, took us just over an hour. So we're all set. Sorry, got a little dirt there. Two more things. One, should have put a lawn sign out there. Did not have one on this truck, which can't happen. We should always have a truck, or have multiple signs on every truck every day. And then also, any of the checks or receipts will go into this. And then at the end of the day, those need to be brought back into the shop. What's going on, everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Just hanging out in the box truck, finished doing a fence. It was like 28 degrees this morning. Customer said she needed it done on the weekend. So worked it out and just did the job once it was finally above freezing. So got that done. Want to, just a couple of housekeeping things. One, please don't message, well, sorry. On the business page, facebook.com/clean power wash. It's okay if you like it, guys. That's fine. Follow it, whatever. Always realize that this is my business's page. So sometimes people will comment things, man, I can't believe the homeowner was that lazy on it or something, or that they really neglected their house. My customers can see those comments, so please be mindful of those. Also, some of the technical questions, I may just message you a response. But also realize, again, my page is ultimately for Clean Power Wash, helping you guys come secondary to it. I'm happy to help y'all, but just keep that in mind. Please don't send messages to Clean Power Wash. When you send a message there, if it's a customer, I want to instantly be on top of that, sending that response, feedback, get it that estimate right away. But if it's you guys, it's not as time sensitive. And if I'm not responding immediately, though, then that impacts my responsiveness, my response rate, which you should know about your own business page. So if you want to send me a message, the best spots to do it are either facebook.com/CPWRob. I'd really prefer you guys send them messages there. That's my public figure profile. Or you can send them to the Facebook /Rob Anderson JR. That's my personal page. Do me a favor too, if you want to get actually approved to be my friend, please just say, hey man, I've seen your pressure washing videos, wanted to send you a friend request. Because I'm trying not to let all of the fake profiles get through as well. If you want to get up with me too, you can send me a message, give me a phone call. Sometimes those are quite frankly easier. Understand too that if a client calls in, if I have a local number calling in or what I think is probably a client, I am going to hang up on you immediately because they are paying me money. I'll call you back when I get a chance. But don't be offended if I have a potential prospect or customer calling me, I need to take that call more than I need to talk to you. That's nothing personal. That's just good business. that's pretty much it, guys. And also just be mindful too when you're messaging me. I'm East Coast. I had somebody blow my phone up at like 11:30, 12:30 in the morning one night. I'm usually up till midnight. So, but just don't send me a whole boatload of messages at that time, please. I might be up, but it's just not being that considerate. So, anyways, all right, see ya.